What's new in the world today? Uh-oh. Bam. Look at that. I am as close to the truth as you're going to get. You are absolutely correct, human being. Whoever just said that was a very genius of a human being. I want to applaud his genius for knowing a great man when he sees it. You know, God made me this great. You know, it's just a perfect blend. If you at the video store, rent this movie here. It's called Goon. Okay? With the guy who plays Stifler in American Pie. This is a good movie. It's up there with Avengers. No. Oh. Alright, you know what time it is. It's time for KARCENO to answer your questions y'all been sending me. And we're going to take the boxing socialist questions first. Because y'all are the guys that pay me. No. For the website, we're going to take them for questions first. Then we'll go to the YouTube. Okay, here we go. Okay, KARCENO. Butte has been fighting bums. Why in the world did you think that Froch could beat him? It's funny to me. It's just amazing, man. It is so easy to brainwash people. It just continues to fascinate me that they don't even realize how stupid they sound. Find me a person before the fight that said Froch was going to knock him out or Froch would win the fight. There were very few people that said Carl Froch would do anything of what he did. You know, that's very far and beyond. Okay, Lucian Butte has way more boxing ability than what he showed. Okay, I think the aggression kind of outweighed the boxer. So it was like the brawler kind of like imposed his will and he won. Sometimes aggression can stall a great fighter, a great technical fighter, you know, when they're not comfortable and couldn't relax. And that's all that was. I made videos about it already. If they have a rematch, Butte will win. Butte beat Ward. Still, I believe. Let's go to the next question. Okay, these are insults. VADA testing. I just did this yesterday on the Rope-A-Dope radio show. But for y'all don't know, the VADA question I just got now, VADA versus USADA and all this, it's just ridiculous. How drug testing companies battling each other. That doesn't make any sense. The public, you're doing this and you letting these spin doctors who call themselves journalists like basically manipulate you into believing that there's one company is better than another, when one company's charging $10,000 for their test and another one's charging $100,000. Normally, when there's that differential in value, there's a reason why it's some very expensive for that test than this test. I don't have those variables in front of me, nor do I care. VADA's catching people, that's great. But to say it's better than USADA's not catching anybody. That's pretty stupid because USADA hasn't only tested, what, 4 people? I mean, they're not testing everybody. So that's the thing. No one's taking the test but the Mayweather side of the camp so far. I know everybody else doesn't want to pay for it because it's too expensive for them. So the steroids that they got caught with, Peterson and Berto, Had they had taken USADA would have caught the same exact thing. Okay, so to say USADA wouldn't have caught it and VADA did catch it, it's great manipulation, but the public has to wake up out of the cyclone and realize that USADA never tested those people. So how it wasn't their job to. It was the Nevada State Athletic Committee that are letting these guys go by. They're taking these drugs and they're passing their tests to let them know that they need to step up the protocol. So Mayweather was right. That's all that meant. Now, let's go to the next question that we have there. Inbox. Come on, inbox. Load up. Okay. I think I just covered that one. But this guy said Floyd Mayweather is a steroid user. Okay, self-explanatory. Never happened. Now we move on. Should steroids or performance-enhancing drugs be legal and everyone's allowed to use them so we could put all this to rest? No. The reason why is because you're playing with people's lives. Okay? Performance-enhancing drugs may enhance you to perform better on the field, but it may have side effects that may hurt you in life. And there's a thing called life insurance policies. And see, that's what people don't understand, is that you're asking life insurance companies policies to allow this type of thing to happen. Because you know what's going to happen if people start allowing that to happen? If they start allowing people to use performance-enhancing drugs, if you give them an inch, people will take a mile. They'll go to that and they find another way to make themselves just a tad bit better than what everyone else is doing. And that's when it becomes dangerous. You start having heart attacks, people dying, overjuiced, and you don't want that because, in the business, when you have to pay out lump sums of money for insurance policies and things of this nature, these type of things happen. These are the reasons why you have rules and parameters to protect the athletes or fighters from themselves, as well as trying to preserve their life and the integrity of the game too. Because you're talking about chasing history and records. Who's going to want to give you a record when you've been taking an enhancement to try to do what these guys did naturally? Kind of don't even out. Freddy Roach says that, here it is, Freddy Roach, Alex Ariza. They're using this as a marketing tool, but Freddy Roach he's a good trainer. I mean, this guy's kind of bashing Freddy in it, but Freddy's a good trainer. I mean, Freddy's good to help polish a fighter. He cannot develop a fighter from the beginning all the way up. I don't think he has that kind of experience. Yes, he has been taken care of very well as far as being protected and being a good marketable guy. He's almost like a promoter. He helps manages a couple of his fighters' career. He did secretly work with Amir Khan back in a couple of fights ago, help managing his career back when his father was really looking for someone. And he's done wonders helping Manny Pacquiao. He's actually did more promoting in the side shows than Bob Arum with Manny, so I'm quite sure he's getting paid for that. And as far as a trainer though, it's if you already have the abilities that he doesn't need to teach, which means that you gotta be kind of schooled in a little bit of discipline, because Freddy's gonna trust you more than anybody else. Freddy's not gonna stand on you. He doesn't have that kind of time. He needs you to accept and believe what he's teaching you and implement it in your style. You know, it's a very novice thing, but a lot of people neglect it because of their athletic abilities. If they neglect the basics of boxing, where they don't, their lead foot is a little too wide, or they're putting too much weight on their front upper foot and they're leaning over, balance is bad. He can help fix small minor details in fighters who are already set in their style. So it's not like he's going to teach you new tricks. He can tell you when holes are opening or what a fighter can do. He's good at observing what's happening. But there's certain things in the aspect of what Freddy does that there are many other options that he doesn't really even know about, because he's never been that type of fighter. A fighter that can fight going backwards, that's like Chinese arithmetic to Freddy Roach. He wouldn't know what to do with a fighter that's going backwards and can box. He couldn't teach you how to fight that way. He couldn't teach you how to do any of these things, because this is nothing Freddy Roach was taught in his whole career. So he's a novice when it comes to certain things. And I'm not saying that that makes him a weak trainer. It's just that there are other trainers who Freddy might know some things that they don't know. It's just everyone has their own niche and style when it comes to training. So it's just about, some fighters, they work with trainers, they pick something up, then they move on to another trainer to help them learn something entirely different because they peaked with another trainer. And there's no disrespect, it's just the way the game goes. Let me take another question. How do I see Winky Wright fight playing out? Well, Peter Quillen is young. He's exciting to watch. I think he's going to go for the knockout early and try to get Winky Wright out of there. And he's just going to outbox him and outwork him. Winky is, for his fighting style, to beat someone like Kid Chocolate is going to take a lot of you. I mean, you're going to have to really assert yourself into a position where you're going to have to step up and meet his energy. And I don't know if he has the work rate or the energy to keep up with Peter Quillen at this point of his age. Because Winky Wright is an aggression type of fighter. He's not really a counter puncher. He's a jab. Try to counter when you're jabbing. But he plays a shell defense, which pretty much eliminates a lot of his counter punches. So you don't have to worry about Wright's counter shot. And it's an enduring, long process of a fight, but normally it takes a lot out of Winky Wright. He has bad wrists. You know, from him holding his arms like this and fighters punching his wrists, he had badly bruised wrists in his career. Towards the end of his career, that he really needed a break, but because he was winning fights, he had to keep active and keep fighting. So it's a different progress. But you know what I'm going to do for y'all? I'm going to do two versions. I'm going to stop this video here. It's probably going too long. And I'll do another and answer some more questions for y'all. So we'll stop this right here.